Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a 4v4 Diamond Master GM level that was sent to me by Hyper One here on Nekodrec the Ladder Edition. Top side we've got Hyper One, the Red Terran player. He is sending 4 SCVs across the map. We also have a GM level Terran. I'm 12. He is teal. And the other players are Diamond and Masters. Impulse here, a Zerg player. He is blue. Another Zerg player. For Hyper One's team, it is Mr. Kiss. Mr. K is awesome. Team 2, on the right side, we've got an orange Zerg player, Barcode. I like that color. Top side, we have a pink Zerg player. It is Ketamine. Of course it is. And a green Zerg player, Nietzsche, who was a German philosopher, I think, and then a Barcode Terran player rounding it out. So, is this just quad barracks construction? He doesn't have enough money to make 4 barracks yet. He can make 2. And as the money keeps coming in, I guess we'll get up to 3 and then 4 eventually. But, like, 3 racks is usually as far as this goes. What? IM-12 is throwing up a forward command center with no gas. Are we just blocking expansion attempts? Oh, no, we're just going 1, 2, 3. Okay, there you go. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one again is going to be a little bit later, as I said about that time. So, Overlord here does scout in, right? That's just why you send your overlords to check your expansion locations if you're a Zerg player, especially in team games. So you can stop this. I mean, not stop it necessarily, but at least see that it's happening so you're not caught by surprise. And there's that 4th Raxman. Hyper One is all in. No gas. This is just going to be unupgraded Marines, no combat shield, no stim, no nothing. And then again, the GM level player IM-12 is here just hanging out. Hyper One recently got Diamond in all 3 races, which is pretty cool. Like, it's not an easy thing to do, getting to Diamond in all 3 races these days. There's a lot of great players out there that are going to stop you from getting there, and you have to understand all 3 races pretty effectively. I guess you could cannon rush your way to Diamond if you're Protoss, if you just kind of wanted to cheese that, but maybe 12 pool every game? Do they see this? Oh, yeah. I mean, this is... So Ketamine's trying to proxy a hatch over here, but Impulse is dealing with that. So, not going particularly well for Team right now. But the bunkers need to finish. Oh, a Marine dies. Another Marine's gonna die. Get inside the robot, Shinji. Okay, so both bunkers are done. Marines are starting to hop in. Oh, the SCVs are trying to fight here as well. Trying to keep this bunker alive. Repair now. Excellent, excellent. And I think that's enough. These lings need to get out of here. They're not going to be able to handle this at all. Why did they unload from the bunker? I don't know what that unload from the bunker was. I think they lost a couple of Marines there for pretty much no reason. It's not ideal, but that is so many dead Zerglings. Holy crap. 15 dead lings in the first 3 minutes here for team right side. Okay, they keep just absolutely donating Zerglings to this. And then some roaches show up and some Sunkens on the high ground by Nietzsche. I like that a lot. And this is getting shut down. So, this is always a tricky thing when bunker rushes don't necessarily kill anybody initially, right? You have to just say, did we do enough damage that it was worth it? Because all these barracks, they're not getting home. I don't think. But resources lost here. If we can take a look at that, man. Hyper One's lost 1,000 resources. Barcode Zerg players lost 500. Okay, and then this is just getting worse and worse from here. So, yeah, time to float on out. Like I said, I don't think they're getting home, but there's really not a ton of anti-air from team right side because, well, it's a lot of Zergs, and Zergs have a hard time getting anti-air out fast, which is what Spores and Queens are for, but they can't chase things down. This is, this forward planetary. Forward planetary here. Some more speedlings here for Mr. K is awesome. Trying to roll on in. We're going to team color this one for a second. Red versus blue. Planetary here, not bad, honestly. Oh, and then landing. This is insane. This is such a crazy game already. We're 4 minutes into this 4v4. So, Lings trying to... Okay, that's pretty good positioning there from Team Blue. Like, you don't want to get surrounded by superior numbers of Lings. And, tank goes down. Killing tanks is extremely important for Team Left side, Team Red right now. 100%. And this Marine's going to die too. Why did you overextend, man? Barcode. Barcode, get out of here. I mean, okay, tank comes out, gets saved by blue Lings. And everything's chill. More Lings cruising across here from Impulse. Is anybody back home, like, teching up at all? I mean, Not so much, I would say, from anybody. I guess double Evo chamber here from Mr. K is awesome. He's getting a Roach Warren, but I don't know if they can maybe Spire or something. Oh, I'm12 has a Siege Tank out too. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, Siege Tanks are not having the best of luck here trying to crush this planetary that's setting up at this location. More tanks coming out, escorted by a billion Zerglings this time. So this tank should be able to get into position to where it can at least fire on these barracks, which not exactly what you want in this situation. You don't want to get shots off on the planetary, but I guess you'll take it at this point in time. Oh, a Cyclone is here too, trying to burrow that Spine Crawler in there, taking so much damage from the Cyclone. It's going to kill like a Marine and like maybe an SCV, but also the Spine dies, and these things rolling back here, taking tank fire, not ideal. Has to move the barracks back a little bit. Tank firing on that Spine Crawler. This is chaos! This is chaos personified. Do not run into range of this planetary. Oh. Okay, so the Cyclones get backed into a corner where the planetary cannot save them. The Marines don't save them either. The Lings are trying to go after add-ons and stuff. These Marines need to move over and save the add-ons. Oh, nice corrosive bile hit on that siege tank. Gorgeous stuff. Meanwhile, Overlord from Nietzsche, there's a way to say that, and I don't think I've ever tried to say it. I've only ever heard it pronounced before, and I'm struggling. But anyway, I mean, was he a... whatever. He was some kind of philosopher from the time when photos were in black and white. Friedrich Nietzsche. German philosopher. Born in 1844, died in 1900. So, yeah. I was right about that. Siege tanks got 6 kills. Roach Ravager going to try to take this thing down. There's not a lot defending it. But planetaries are pretty strong, pretty good at fighting, even if they don't have a ton of tank support in this case. There is no tank support at all. So this, I think, is going to get dislodged. This little weird forward position that Team Red has set up here. But look at this, expanding down the left side here. Rosabiles and Siege Tank Fire are good team building exercises to try to take down a planetary. Lings are like extra damage. Ahoy! And the planetary, it's getting repaired, but it's not enough. No, planetary down. Planetary down. Everybody here goes down, boy. This is I'm12 regretting every SCV that he built from this base because they are all dead now. Okay, the Marines of Hyper One not having a good time. Hyper One's down to 10 supply, everybody. Not exactly where you want to be if you're a Terran player at 7.5 minutes into a 4v4, but hey. And Corsoviles might be able to deal with these factories. Barracks are running out here too. Corrosivile on those would be pretty fantastic as well. Is anybody... okay, we got a Spire up from Barcode. That's good. Infestation Pit is on the way from Impulse. Cool. So Mutalisk's on the way from Barcode Orange Zerg player. I like that. I like that we're teching up to something other than Roaches, Ravagers, Lings, Marines, and Tanks, which is largely what we've seen today. I guess we saw a couple Cyclones there too, but mixing it up here at 8 minutes. Ling run by here for Barcode. Going to kill a Queen as Mr. K is awesome. Is trying to get... is it a fourth? This is a fourth base down here. And I mean, sure, we're 8 minutes into the game. You can absolutely get a fourth base at this stage. Oh, these barracks are going to die before they get home. Absolutely. And these Roaches... okay, that's enough Roaches to handle these Lings now. What upgrades do they have? +1/+1 on these Roaches. Nice. And no upgrades other than speed for Orange Zergs Lings. So that was not going to be a good fit for them anyway. Impulse has a base down here too. So yeah, Team Left, Team Red, use the opportunity of being aggressive to expand like crazy. Dude, if there were like 10 Marines here, Mr. K is awesome. Just going to lose all of his Overlords. His slow Overlords are out here. Absolutely. Yeah. Mr. K is awesome is now supply blocked. You may not be surprised to hear that. I don't know what he was doing exactly. And the Mutalisks from... oh, no. They're just here killing flying factories. Okie doke. Lings, Banelings, trying to come up here and dislodge these siege tanks. All the Roaches and Ravagers are gone. Marines and Mutalisks working together, and they do shut down the counterattack attempt from Team Right's side. Excellent stuff. Meanwhile, Mutas trying to attack in. Queen's pretty good defense down there for Impulse in the bottom left-hand corner. An absolute insanity thus far. Hyper One at 16 supply. He is trying to build another barracks because he lost all of his. Understandably so. Those spores up from Mr. K is awesome. Dude, you got to get a spore up. You get safety spores. What if a Banshee shows up? What if Mutalisks show up? You don't know. All right. Well, no safety spores here for Mr. K is awesome, and he's paying the ultimate price for that. He's getting spores now. By that, I mean 1 spore. out of his 4 bases. Not ideal. Oh my gosh, Mr. Impulse here doesn't have the spores either. He's working on it, which is fine. And they don't take that long to build, and they're just so useful against Mutalisks. That bonus damage versus biological is awesome. Awesome stuff. Bottom right, Barcode Zergy. It's got his own 3rd base now, and Ketamine is on 4 bases now too. Mutas just trying to kill what they can on the edge of the map here, but 2 spores are fighting. Fighting spores is so hard to do with Mutalisks. It used to be easy. Like back in the day, Heart of the Swarm era, back when spores did not do bonus damage versus biological, it was Muta versus Muta every single ZVZ, like for years, man. And spores would be built, and it was like, the Mutas don't care as much. Just gonna burn those down, burn through them. Don't take enough damage. Swarm hosts on the way from Nietzsche. There are not enough vowels after that E, man. TZSCHE. So it sounds like one word. It seems like it should be one word. I can't pronounce German names or words very effectively, turns out. Nidus coming up from Nietzsche on the left side, right out in I'm 12's natural base. He's GM, remember, so he should recognize. Okay. Well, he's got Marines in the general area, but also this is pretty scary too, this Mutalisk Roach stuff. Actually, just the Mutalisks. Nidus coming up, Roaches pouring out. And then the Swarm Hosts on the follow. Yes, then the Swarm Hosts on the follow. Another Nidus coming up so we can retreat to that if necessary. Look at the skin on these. Is that the primal skin? I think it is. Swarm Hosts are trying to get out, but like Locusts are murderizing. Muta's continuing to cause harassment issues over on the left side. Hey, Mr. K is awesome is getting spores now after his queen is dead. Could have prevented that from happening for sure. Purple Roach is responding for Mr. K is awesome. Gonna go ahead and shut down these Nidus worms, which is always good. The more Nidus worms on the map, the worse it is. Hyper One, I don't know, is he trying to expand here, or seems like I was trying to expand there and just got destroyed by these Hydralisks that Ketamine is rolling with right now. So that's good news. Mutalisks getting chased away. This base goes down to Zerglings as Ketamine's in here to wipe it out. More double Nidus. Okay, now this one's not visible, right? It is. It's totally visible. Okay. So double Nidus is coming up here. This is chaos. Trying to roll Roach Ultra Baneling into Lurkers. Not ideal. But if you have oh, you don't have detection. Okay. So the Lurker, there you go. There's the scam. That's a 26 kill Lurker before it goes down. Absolutely nuts. Meanwhile, main base of I'm 12 is just having the worst possible day. Locusts and Roaches inside, murdering everything and everyone. Muta's killing Overlords they're finding out in the middle of the map. I'm 12 is supply blocked now. Mr. Impulse is, or Impulse rather. I keep wanting to call him Mr. Impulse. But it's not Mr. Impulse. It's just Impulse. Dude, these Roaches are doing work. How are the upgrades looking? For Nietzsche here. He is at no attack upgrades and no armor upgrades. Okay, great. Nothing for the Roaches, nothing for the Swarm Hosts at all. Upgrades are kind of important. Ketamine, counterattack here for Mr. K is awesome. Going to wipe out his 4th base we saw a while ago. It's going to die very, very quickly. Sheer number of Roaches here. I'm 12 counterattacking Ultralisks here from Impulse 2. And then the Mutas combined with the Lurkers are just going to have everything to say about these Roaches. That bonus damage versus armored is really good against Roaches, man. Roaches would be a much better unit if they didn't have the armored tag. It really makes them die to a lot of things in the game. Stalkers, Marauders, Lurkers. Gosh, Marine group of I'm 12 is just, they're trying to stay away from these Lurkers who are chasing them into their own base. Trying to burn a position where they can actually kill stuff, but losing a couple Lurkers there for almost nothing. And then deciding to go for it? I don't know about that, but the Lurkers are all going to die, but at what cost? Oh, his own Swarm Host. Oh, no. Same Swarm Host. From Purple Zerg and Nietzsche is here to defend the base, which is not something they like to do. But when called upon, they can make that happen. Is anybody at... Yeah, so Mr. K is at 104 supply, Nietzsche is at 134 supply, Impulse is at 102. But only 3 players today are at or over 100 total supply. Insane. These Nidus Worms are still up. Inside I'm 12's base here. More Nidus Worms coming up right inside Hyper One's base. He's at 50 supply. He and I'm 12 have the lowest supply in the game, the 2 Terrans. From team left side here. Just going to Liberator the crap out of this. Unload into death. And no, says Niche. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to throw up Nidus Swarms in the other location, though. You can't cover them all. The pings are hilarious. It's like, stop them! Hyper One! We need your Liberators here now! Oh, that's too late. That Nidus Worm dies. This one thinks... Nope. And just going to pop a couple more up here. No, but these aren't free, by the way. Link counterattack from Orange Barcode to defend Mr. K is Awesome's base on the bottom side of the map here. And all the Nidus Worms, I think all the Nidus Worms of Niche are now gone from the enemy side of the map. Whew, Impulse gets a base canceled. Yeah, expanding further than 3 or 4 bases can be very hard on this map, as we're seeing people try to go there and just struggling a lot. Alright, so Mass Liberator is here, which not necessarily a great strategy, but you know, splash damage versus mutas is not nothing, as these mutas keep flying in and getting obliterated by the splash capabilities of these Liberators. It used to be better. They nerfed it. These mutas would have not stood any kind of a chance at all if these were the old school splash damage Liberators here. But they're doing all right, nevertheless. Chaos! More Swarm Hosts. Impulse. Another base of Impulses goes down. I mean, this is so many dead Zerg bases down here to the south. Team left side is not doing great with their income at the moment, I can tell you that much. Team right side looking very, very strong. Nietzsche trying to throw up some more Swarm Hosts. Very exciting stuff there. Lurkers from Ketamine. Just kind of rolling through the left side right now. I'm not sure there's a lot of money coming in from Team left side at all. Not even the tiniest of bits. And suddenly Team right side struggling mightily here. Forced to use Locusts on defense, which again, very good at. Unless the enemy runs away, but hey, whatever here. It is 25 SCVs, 47 drones, 9 drones, and 48 drones for Team right. 21, 24, 38, and 32 for Team left. So these Ultras, they know they're going to die. These are YOLO Ultralisks in every sense of the word. Lurkers from Ketamine say, I'm 12's base is gone because he doesn't even have any detection. What with to find us Lurkers. So Ultra's going to get the spawning pool. Ultra's going to get the infestation pit, probably. They're trying to focus down the lair here. What upgrades does Impulse have today? Impulse is that, oh, Kindness plating and 3. He's got fully upgraded Ultras here. Who does that? Fully upgraded Ultras at 17 minutes. That's like a Falcon thing to do in team games. Yeah, so eventually these guys are going down. That's a 25 kill Ultralisk, though, before he finally gets burned out. That's incredible stuff. So Niche is being revealed. Okay, so Team right side struggling a lot. Actually, everybody's on the struggle bus at the moment. Only 3 people, again, are over 100 supply. 3 out of a total of 8 possible, as nobody's died yet, which is crazy in a 17-minute team game to have nobody dead yet. I love the Corruptors as an answer to the Liberators that Hyper One's going for. I like it a lot, actually. So, Barcode expanding down right side. Maybe Ketamine going to take a base here, too? I don't know. Liberators from Hyper One are forced to retreat away. Nidus, another Nidus coming up from Niche inside Mr. K is awesome space, but there's Broodlords here, which, hey, fight free units with free units, I guess. Niche also has an Overseer up this way, which, hey, maybe we should kill this. They're saying Niche is trying to rebuild his own base in his main, which is not, I guess, sure, for the creep purposes, absolutely, why not? And then unload the Locust and get on out of there, the Liberators. Okay. All right, so Locust versus Broodling. Yeah. I mean, the Broodlings fire more quickly, so yeah, the Broodlings absolutely win that battle. No questions asked. None. That is definitely what happens. Lings here from Impulse are trying to kill one of Ketamine's bases on the right side. He does kill it. Absolutely insane. Lurkers from Ketamine counterattacking on the other side. He doesn't have any money. He's long distance mining in 19 minutes. This game is bananas. Absolute banana pants. So Lurker Corruptor doing some stuff here. Liberators trying to do that splash damage against the Corruptors. It takes a bunch of hits, but look how red these guys are now. They're Corruptor's gone now. Oh, Corruptor's gone now. Okay, so Broodlords on the defense, again, a place they don't want to be. It's hard for them to deal with Lurkers A little small Marine drop from I'm12. He's got 56 total supply in 1956. He's going to try to kill queens and drones and stuff up here in Ketamine's main base, I guess. Lurkers trying to just burrow it somewhere and kill hatcheries at this stage of the game. Killing queens, but the Liberators are set up, and the Lurkers take a lot of damage from them. Ketamine ends up losing a ton of his Lurkers. What does he have left? He's got 13 Hydras and a Lurker remaining. This is insane. Absolutely crazy stuff right now. Marines from I'm12, once again, 60 total supply, so he's winnings. He's winning, Dad. Oh, Widow Mine. These scans, are there more Widow Mines? No, great. We're gonna kill a bunch of drones here from Ketamine. Ketamine's down to 66 supply. Like, look. Nobody's at 100 supply now at 20 minutes. That's how much of a bloodbath this game has been. There was another Nidus attempted to come up in Hyper One's base. He clears that one out pretty darn easily. And these Marines are getting cleaned out by Hydras of Ketamines. And he's got +3/+3 attack on those guys. So that's going to make a lot of a difference here. I'm12. Let's check him real quick. +3 attack and +2 armor. So close. Pretty darn close. Pretty good Marine stuff. Impulses in here. Chomping away at Barcode's orbital. Gets it into burning. And then a ton of Hydras and Marines show up to try to shut that down. Thor dying to Broodlords. Not what you want to see. Mr. K is Awesome has the biggest army right now. 94 total supply. Army value is 7,000 total resources, which is not horrendous. Just kind of pushing, and these Hydras are not bad in this situation. Actually, what are Mr. K is Awesome's upgrades? Oh, it doesn't have any attack upgrades for the Broodlings. Okay, that's not good, but support here. We're from his own Hydras and Roaches. Okay, that's what we want to see. Yellow Barcode is going to lose an orbital here. He's got this base, which is on fire, and there's no income there whatsoever, so his income is 0%. He's just done, man. This Barcode player is at 35 total supply. He has 200 minerals. How many workers does he have left? He's got 1 SCV remaining. So he needs to keep this alive right here. This guy. If this guy dies, like, I think he's just out. Okay, unless his teammates send him some cash. But, yeah, he needs to keep this orbital alive and keep this SCV alive. One of the two need to be alive here. If they both die, that's it. The Broodlords get caught out by the Corruptors, which already exist, by the way. Then Locusts on defense. Again, they don't like being on defense. On the fence. On defense? I don't know, man. This game is melting my brain a little bit. It's fantastic. I like how this building's in the slow zone, so it's got the little slow icon over it, even though, like, it doesn't move, so being slowed is not as big of a deal. Another drop from I'm12. Bottom right, he gets another hatchery down here. Absolutely insane match. I cannot believe nobody's dead at this point. Nobody's dead. I mean, people are basically dead. Yellow Terran is basically dead. Nobody's giving him any cash. I mean, Ketamine could maybe chuck enough money at him for an expansion, but he's not doing that. That's fine. More drops, more single medevac drops from I'm12, trying to do what he can. Nidus worm, it's a Nidus worm coming up inside your main base, Hyper One. Oh, they've been the bane of everyone's existence here. Just launch and get back in. Get back in the thing. Okay. All right. Good. Locusts all dying too. Marines still doing stuff from I'm12. This is like the scrap-tastic-tastiest 4v4 you're ever gonna see. Holy smokes. So production tab's pretty sparse, man. It's 16 Lings and 4 Corruptors for Mr. K is Awesome. But everybody else is like a refinery, some Marines, a couple drones, completely empty production tabs here for a couple of the players. Because they just don't have the cash to do much. I guess Impulse has enough money to do stuff. But he's too busy running lings around. He's trying to bait these hiders to walk on top of these banelings, I'm guessing. He's like, hey, come on up this ramp. It's a good place to kill things. And then explosions, baneling fireworks. Huh? So yeah, hit that like button if you're enjoying this match. This is great. And thanks, Hyper1, for sending it in. This is insane. This is almost as insane as the Hyper1 Nuketown USA cast that I had on Saturday from Hyper1, which if you missed that, maybe go back and check it out. But it was maybe the most nukes ever thrown down in a match on my channel in the history of me casting StarCraft 2, which started in 2015. It was so many. So many. Ooh, the Nidus Network. Oh, the Nidus Network dying. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Wait, wait, wait. Wait, wait, wait. They need another one. They need another one. They've got this dies, I think. I don't think they understand how important this is. Like, toss down an auto turret. Okay, hang on. Does he have another one? Oh, I'm not gonna check. Ah, that was it. That was it for the Swarm Host. Nisha's down to 28 supply with that. Oh, what a beautiful snipe there. The Lings on the Nidus Network, and then the last Nidus Swarm gets killed very slowly. Barcode GG's out. He's like, I know, I'm done. Thank you very much. What did he have there? He had an SCV remaining. I tried, said Ketamine. And that's it. GG! The GG maneuver. Hyper1 Impulse. I'm 12 and Mr. K is awesome. Are your winners in 26 minutes and 36 seconds. That is a epic 4v4 if I've ever seen one. Everybody was scrapping. And the deciding moment was when Nietzsche either didn't know how Nidus worms work, or he didn't know that his Nidus network was gone, right? He had two. Both of them are gone now. And all his swarm hosts were inside, and when the Nidus swarm went down, that kills him. Kills him good. Woof! So the winning team had 72, 108, 111, and 90 supply. Nobody was even close to maxed. That is the definition of a scrappy game. Thank you again, Hyper1, for sending it in. In this bottom left-hand corner, it was taken early because of the pressure that Team Left and Team Hyper1 was able to put on Team Right side, and then everything got wiped out, right? This got wiped out, this got wiped out, this got wiped out, this got wiped out, and then reestablished again in 26 minutes. Whew. Hoof indeed. Corruptors were a good idea, but maybe not good enough. And yeah, what else can I say about this game? Hyper1 is on 1 base of income at 26 minutes. Mr. K is awesome. Is on, I don't know, basically 2 bases of income. This is almost gone, but whatevs. I'm 12. Our GM level player is he's actually mining over here with a ton of mules he just dropped on the right side of the map because that's how scarce resources are on the left side of the map right now. And then, yeah, you just kind of starve the opponent out, kill all their stuff in the bottom section, bottom quadrant of the map here. And then even if you don't really push up into this area and kill everything, it's fine. You can still definitely win by starving your opponent out. That is a viable strategy. It's been viable in war for thousands of years. Sieges have been a thing, and they continue today in StarCraft 2. Not really much of a thing in the current world anyway, but some burrowed banelings that didn't actually get any work, unfortunately for them. They were really hoping to be able to explode right out of the feet of somebody that was unsuspecting, but maybe next time, banelings, maybe next time. Oh, man. Broodlords, Ravens, Cyclones, Corruptors, Lurkers, Hydralisks, not a Protoss in sight, just Zerg and Terran. This is a ZVT lover's dream right here. So much stuff died. 21,000 resources lost from yellow barcode. 31,000 from orange barcode. Only 19 from Nietzsche. 35 from Ketamine. And then Hyper110. because he didn't really build a lot. Impulse, 37,000 to actually take the lead here today. Lost the most stuff. I'm 12 at 28, and another 28 for Mr. K is awesome. At the end of the game here, there's just not a lot going on. 33 Swarmos died, and so many of them died in that Nidus worm tragedy. 88 workers died for ketamine. That is so many drones down. So many drones on. Nobody was even close to that. It's like 30. Oh, 110. I lied. I'm 12. Those 110 SCVs. And all Hyper 1 made today. Let's look at like Hyper 1. 16 Liberators, a tank, and 37 Marines. Actually, he's got a Raven up there, too, and some Hellions in that units tab, too. So not the biggest armies from him today, but he put the pressure on that really put the fear of his team into the enemies. 13 Ultralisks died for Impulse, and none of them survived to the end of the game. But they did a lot of work there for sure. And then 68 Mutas went down for Orange Barcode. I mean, just crazy, crazy match for sure. Tons and tons of fun. Tons of fun. So again, thanks for sending that in, Hyper One, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Diamond Masters GM level 4v4. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.